Cosmic values. Dear ones, me as Hanuman God and Kirsi greet you again. And today it was my idea as Hanuman, your own creator from the quantum universe, to bring this information for you all right now. Yes, our dear human friends. So now, when you are aware where you have hid yourself as entire humankind, it is time to start all over again, our dear human friends. Yes, and today Kirsi knew that this is coming because I have been talking with her a couple days ago, and I told Kirsi that we need to bring these new values for the humans, that you can understand to which way you should be growing as a soul, our dear human friends. And I know, Kirsi, you have been doing your own research about those soulless entities and other things as well, that you can understand the bigger picture behind everything there is. And maybe it would be a good time to tell to all the listeners what these soulless entities as human entities really are. In the beginning, that you can understand that from which perspective you have been led in the past. And you have a system, I really call it a dark agenda system at your own human life, where there are some very evil entities who are taking some entities, human entities, God created souls away from them in the beginning. Yes, there are some evil entities at your own planet or Earth lands who have been taking some entities, real souls, away with their own rituals. And those entities who goes to those rituals, they think that they will get this some kind of holiness for themselves from the light. But let me tell you something. That holiness is far away what the real holiness should mean, our dear human friends. And those entities lose their own souls in those rituals, our dear human friends, in real. And after that, they will be they will be kind of zombie entities who are fully guided from the dark agendas, our dear human friends. And those are individuals who are ready to sell their souls for the power and the money, our dear human friends. And they are guided from this dark cube AI in total, and those entities, they are not even aware what is going on behind the scene themselves. And Kirsi found some material from the internet from this. It is available already, but that is not my teaching for you. My teaching as Hanuman God for you is that which are the cosmic values in entire cosmos which you should follow from the light, our dear human friends. And we want to keep your perspective with heart coherence and connection to your own light soul, like the entire cosmos has been created in the beginning. And if some of you are following those dark agendas in it, that is their problem only. But it is not the force which will change any of the cosmic system in total, our dear human friends. The entire cosmos is created that way that that kind of evil things, they can never take over the entire system, our dear human friends. So you can sleep your nights in good peace. And if you have heard some kind of things like this we just pictured, just leave them behind, because we, the real gods, we have already created those rituals already. So let me tell you, as Hanuman God for you, that those stolen souls, they are now returned back to those entities they have stolen. Yes, our dear human friends. And that means that those entities who have lost their real souls, they are now getting them back. And that will be an interesting combination, our dear human friends, because they can see clear now what they have done for them in the past. Yes, I repeat, now they can see clearly what they have done for them in the past. And this is the one way how the quantum universe operates, our dear human friends, like we have been teaching with Kirsi, with her quantum garden, how everything will be mirrored back to you, our dear fellow brothers. So, now it is the time to face the consequences by stealing other entities' souls for your own power, the evil power, our dear human friends. So, you just need to forget that past history right now, because it doesn't exist anymore. We delayed it as the light gods already, and that was something terrible to see, our dear fellow brothers. And now, when this is seen, it is created from the light, and there is no power in this universe which can override that power which has created, our dear fellow brothers. So, you have come now to your own crossroad to see who you really are and from where you come from, our dear fellow brothers. And there is nothing you can do yourselves. And this is the truth moment for many of you right now. And you will see it, how it will be played out at your entire planet Earth lens very soon. This universe and cosmos, it is so wise that there is no human mind who can solve the entire mystery out of it, our dear human friends. Your universe's consciousness levels, they are not enough to understand the big picture. And you have seen it already at your own skies, that there are much wiser system guiding all of you than you never thought before, our dear human friends. And Kirsi calls this as a God school, and that is what we call it as well. So, This today's lesson is from the values, the cosmic values. And this was my teaching for you, our dear human friends and fellow brothers. What happens when you start to change these cosmic true values to your own evil values, our dear human friends? This cosmos is so wise that it can heal itself from this kind of misunderstandings in the past, our dear human friends. And this is the reason why you are rising now to the 5D timeline, that we can fix all the problems you have created yourself in the past. And now we have come to this culmination point, which Shiva just told you, and we will need the new values for you as entire humankind to follow. And that is my work, because I am the creator as your quantum universe, and you are living in the energetic quantum simulation, our dear human friends, if there is still someone who doesn't understand that. So I am the ruler of the quantum energetic simulation rules, and that's why me as Hanuman God, I came to teach you about these values of the cosmos, because I am the creator of those values, our dear human friends. Yes, and I know that Kirsi wants to get the truth where the real truth is, and that's why me and Shiva God, we decided that I will bring this information, that you can get the real truth from the real truth exists in real. Because none of your old systems, they are not creating the truth, our dear human friends. None of it. And that is our own duty as your own creators, to bring this information back to your own planet Earth lens when you have lost it all. Yes, when you have lost it, all of it, our dear human friends. And that is the reason we need to start from the beginning. And Shiva God, he has told you already and teach you that we have universal laws above you from the light, and those are the highest laws we have in the entire cosmos, our dear human friends. And if there are any puppets telling you that we have this and this laws, you can call them as puppets from now on, because those laws, there are nothing real in them, our dear human friends. You can stick them back to their own ashes, like Shiva has told you already. So, I think it is time to understand this bigger picture now, our dear human friends. And we will start. Now you know you have the universal laws from the light, and the next step is to know that you also have the cosmic values you need to follow, our dear human friends. And these values I will start to teach you right now. And me as Hanuman God, I confirm you all now that everything you will hear now is true, and nothing but the true by my all means, as Hanuman God himself. So, let's begin, Kirsi. These cosmic values, they are created with all the universes and the multiverses, our dear human friends. The same way then we start to teach you now that you all are as one, and we all as a big galactic family, we are also as one. There is no separation between the source light and you, yourself, as a human entity. You are only an expression of this one consciousness as your own human body, which you think it is real, our dear human friends. You are just only consciousness, existence with your own human body, our dear human friends. Because we are self-learning entity, our dear human friends, as we all as one. So every voice counts, and we need to take care that all we will be heard in entire cosmos as one. And if you if you really think that you can play with your own playbook as humans, you have really misunderstood the entire game, the life game, our dear human friends. So we are one big entity, just one and only entity, our dear human friends, which is expressing itself in the cosmos with all colors we can find from ourselves, our dear human friends, because that way this one and only will get wiser and wiser and wiser. How many more eyes we can open, how many more hearts we can create, that's much information we can gain to ourselves as one, our dear human friends. We are not separated from the source light. You are the God yourself, our dear human friends. So why you should start to play God separated from the source light then? I just can't comprehend that kind of understanding, our dear human friends. So the first value what we have is to understand that we are all playing to the same basket, our dear human friends, from the light, and the light only. That is the rule number one with our own values, our dear human friends. And I know that there is a lot of to understand for you while you have been creating your life to the totally wrong direction. But now it is time to learn and get back to your own origin as a humankind, our dear human friends. So, we all are as one, and we all are learning as one. And that's why we have one and only school, and its name is the God School. We don't need any other school systems because our God, the Prime Creator, He was so smart that all the information we need, it exists in the cosmos already. And the whole game is to seek the truth, our dear human friends. The truth is there already, from the past, present, and from the future. But the only problem is, are you able to read that information yourself. And if you are creating the other truths around it, like you have done now as humankind, you will never ever get there to the real truth, our dear human friends. And now you can see it at your own skies. You have no understanding what is going on above your skies, because you thought that you are separated from the real truth, our dear human friends. And this is your own picture, mirrored back to you, that you can understand who you are and from where you come from, our dear human friends. And this is the model Kirsi made to her own crystal light garden already, because she understood that everything is reflected, everything is collective, everything is unity consciousness, our dear human friends. And that's why you have those sun pyramids in the beginning, because we have been teaching you this before. But you never really listen. Some of you did, and some of you stolen this good information, this truth for yourself, and they turned it for their own benefits as themselves, because they had so big ego that they thought that they can play gods themselves. But let me ask you now something. Did you make it, our dear fellow brothers? Do you feel yourself as a real God right now? Look around you. Look around your planet Earth lens right now. What you can see there? What is your creation now? How does it look from your own opinion, our dear fellow brothers? Did you really know how to play gods, our dear fellow brothers? From my eyes as the quantum universe's own creator, it looks a chaos, a black cube chaos, which is separated from entire cosmos, our dear fellow brothers. Now you have created the entire black ball to your own planet Earth lens, and now what are you going to do with that black ball yourself when your own fake creators are taken away from this entire cosmos already? So, what you are going to do with that black ball? Which basket you will start to play, our dear fellow brothers, right now? Which basket you will play now? Do you have a separated basket, or do you have a separated basketball game? With who you will play further on, our dear fellow brothers? You have misunderstood the whole game yourself. And now you need to face the consequences from that fake game. You are already in the crossroad, and every step accounts. Every single step will account in the real game, our dear dark fellow brothers. And if you want to try our power as a real creators, go ahead and try. That will be your last try you ever made in this planet Earth lens yourself. And you will see our power very soon, and you will feel it at every heart if you still have one. And this is the rule number 2 with our values. We follow the light and the light only. Can you understand that? We are all as one and we follow only the light. And our value is also to follow the universal laws from the light. Do you think that this is too much for you to learn in the beginning from our values, the cosmic real values, our dear human friends? I don't think this is too complicated for you to understand if you are willing to do so, our dear fellow brothers. And the next value, we follow the light, but we also follow love. Do you know this word? Love. What is love, our dear fellow brothers? Loving each other from the heart, coherence of loving each other. That is very important value for all of you to understand. By loving each others, we can make the best creation out of everything there is, our dear human friends. Yes. And if you don't know how to love each others yet, you will soon learn, because we have just created your souls back to you, our dear fellow brothers. That is your heart coherence and the heart connection to the source, to your real light source, our dear human friends. And only that way you can love each others. Now you have created your entire planet Earth lens based on wars, our dear human friends. Who has more guns are the most powerful entity at your own planet Earth lens. Is it so? So let me ask you something. Did you miss something yourself, our fellow brothers? I think you did. You missed one of our basic values from the life itself, which we call love. You are serving now hate, and this hate is the opposite force from the love, our dear fellow brothers. So don't you think that you need, I think that you need more education from the God school, that you understand what the life is in the beginning, our dear fellow brothers. You are totally lost. You are lost of your own human life, or whatever life you have called it, without the soul. But this soul, which we all have, and you all have been the light souls in the beginning, that is the God most secret system which is built in to the entire cosmos, our dear human friends. That is the only thing what you have when your life, as you see it, as humankind, will end the way you believe right now. The only thing you will take with you is your own soul. So why you would give that soul to some dark agendas to play with from you. Are you stupid, our dear human friends, who are willing to go for those rituals, those evils have learned to take away from you? I think you also will need some more education yourselves. The soul is the most valuable thing in you, our dear human friends, and you need to take good care of your soul and nourish it the best way you can from the source light. And that you can do by practicing meditation and going inwards, our dear human friends. And if you look now, your whole entire society, it is based on materialism, getting things from outside of you, our dear human friends. So what kind of life is that, our dear human friends? That is again the opposite side. You should live your life inside, not outside, our dear human friends. So what kind of entities have created your business as usual, our dear human friends, then? Yes, maybe you never thought that before. And that is the reason we are teaching you about the business unusual. Because you have lost it all, our dear human friends. Yes. And now, when our cosmic values are to go inward from the light, it will open you the entire new perspective to see your own life, our dear human friends. The life you never knew exist in real. And that what we call as God School. There is an entire school system they wanted you to separate away from. They made their religions like they would have been their new school system, that they can keep the entire knowledge with themselves and benefit from that only for themselves, our dear human friends. And they created that business as usual around that knowledge, but they didn't want to give anything from it for you, our dear human friends. Yes, and now I need to ask you as normal human entity, did you miss something yourself? Yes, you missed something. You started to follow the wrong leaders, our dear human friends. And now we are bringing back this information for you that you can understand who you are and from where you come from, our dear human friends. Yes, so simple is that. The entire truth has been all the time inside of you. The only problem was that you were not wise enough to know it yourself. And we come to next our value, which we call knowing. Yes, that is your next understanding with your new timeline. Instead, you look the truth outside of you by turning inwards you start to learn in the God school, at the real God school. It is not a religion, our dear human friends. It's the consciousness school in real. In that consciousness school, you start to learn that by knowing, you can get all the information, all the true wisdom there is with your own soul and your understanding about the human life. Yes, our dear human friends. And Kirsi and Shiva, they have already published that consciousness level chart for you that you can understand as a human entity in which level you exist right now, that you can know to which direction you need to grow as a soul, our dear human friends. The entire school system is inside of you because the entire school system is we all as one, one big consciousness as one, the unity consciousness. We are not making any competition against each others. We should learn to understand the oneness which exists already. Why we should make competition against each others. Why, our dear human friends? If we don't even understand who we are ourselves, so why we should make competition with each others then? That is the same business as usual. We call it as the light gods ourselves. That is all the fake system they made you to believe, our dear human friends. And they built the whole educational system around that fake game, our dear human friends. And now they are with their own black ball, and they don't have the game to play with that black ball anymore, our dear human friends, because we have just deleted their chessboard in total. So there is no one they can play with now. So how does it look it from your perspective as normal human entity right now? So these are the first values you should understand at your own human life, our dear human friends. And when you start now, you will be starting the real God school, each of you, from now on, exactly today, 26th of October 2025. You are in the crossroads, and you better choose carefully which steps you will take, which values you will follow. Do you still believe that fake coulisses, the fake reality, these fake entities created for you, or you want to learn what is your real truth about your own human life, our dear human friends? And that is the knowledge and wisdom we will start to teach you with Kirsi. And yesterday I made Kirsi to swear that all the information I will be teaching to her as the creator of the quantum universe, she needed to swear that she will share it for you all as one. And she did that already on the front of me as the creator of entire quantum universe. Yes, our dear human friends. And she is the real teacher of your own planet Earth lens right now because we have chosen her to be one, our dear human friends. We have educated her to be one, our dear human friends. And she is not any religion leader and nothing like that. She is a seeker who want to find the truth, and the only truth there is, our dear human friends. And now you can understand these Kirsi's messages from now on. She is looking only the truth. She doesn't believe any of your fake systems anymore because she knows that the reality is something we all can create together as one. And she has proven it with her own crystal light garden for you already. And now she is trying to teach you to grow as a soul, our dear human friends, that you can understand who you are and from where you come from, our dear human friends. So, this is my first teaching for you as your own creator, Hanuman, from the quantum universe. And you can understand this, that we are just opening you the God School first lessons that you can understand what your life is all about and what it should have been in the beginning, our dear human friends. And that greatest story ever told will be created together as one with the unity consciousness, with our guidance, the real God guidance from the light. And that is the way it should have been in the beginning, our dear human friends. And forget all those fairy tale stories. They were not real, never, ever, in the beginning of your fake human life, in the beginning. So, I think this is enough now, Kirsi, for this time. And you have become to the crossroads, our dear human friends, where every step accounts. And make sure that you understand now that there is much bigger picture behind of everything that you never knew exist from the light, our dear human friends. And it will catch you, every single entity of you, for sure, because the primary God, he was so smart that any of you can really understand it yet. And that's why we all grow together as one, that one day we can understand how wise he really was in the beginning. And it is our time to learn and seek as every individual from now on. And we need to grow towards that source light, because that is the only truth there is, our dear human friends. So, thank you for listening, and we will get back to this business unusual with Kirsi as up it is possible, and we will keep you updated what's going on at your own planet Earth lens in real. And we are telling the truth and nothing but the truth, our dear human friends, in the future. So, thank you for listening. From the light and love, the Hanuman God, your friend as well.